Hi, my name is Wendy Anastasi and my business is I Love Balance. Balance is really, really important in our lives, and I'm going to introduce you to some fairly basic moves today about how we can just start practicing balance, because like with anything, practice makes perfect, and balance is something that really has to be worked on because you're not going to find balance straight away. So balance is really, really important to strengthen our ankles, our knees, our hips, and a lot of the connective tissue in between. So it's fantastic to really bring that into your life. And the more we can just release from our mind, the body and the mind will work together. So we have the physical benefits plus the concentration levels that's needed to bring in balance to our lives. So today I'm just going to take you through a really, really basic routine that will start you off. And if you can practice this every day, just for 1 or 2 minutes, it doesn't have to be long, can really start to form a habit, and you'll find that you'll just be able to balance so much more the more you practice. So I always like to teach people when I first start working with them with balance to just put their hands on their hips, because this keeps us in a good line. Because quite often when we're starting out in something like this, we don't realise that we can put a lot of weight onto one side of our body and not keep ourselves right in our centre. So just putting your hands on your hips will keep that foundation and just keep you aware of where your hips are in space. So you can take your foot anywhere from the ankle to the shin or to the upper thigh, but just not on the knee. If you're pushing on the knee, then this will create a tension through that joint and not keep that joint safe. So taking it just to the lower limb is fine, and you can just take your hands on your hips and make sure that you draw your body upwards. So you're drawing yourself up away from the floor, bringing your chin into line, drawing your shoulders back and down, and really emphasising that lift through the trunk. So just maybe starting with your toe on the floor and then maybe lifting it up to your shin. Keeping that nice beautiful line through that supportive leg and making sure that that leg is working really, really strongly. So drawing the shoulders back and really concentrating on a focal point. So trying to keep that gaze quite still. You can look down at the floor or maybe bring the gaze up a little bit further. But draw the belly button back to the spine and just keeping yourself in that line. When you first start practicing balance, it's probably a good idea to find a mirror that you can just look in just to make sure that your shoulders are even. Because if your hips are even, your shoulders will be even. And then bringing your chin into line if you can, or just slightly lowering the eyes down to a focal point on the floor. Of course, if you do one side, you always need to do the other side. So thinking about maybe taking it a little bit higher if you are feeling quite steady. So just going to where is comfortable for you the first few times. So of course, just releasing the leg out and just walking the legs out a few times. And then of course just going on to the other side and repeating it to the other side. So maybe just starting off with about a minute on each side and maybe working up to a few minutes. So I'm going to bring you some of these little short routines that you can practice at home. But this is just a nice little start. So maybe just 1 or 2 minutes a day will really build that routine, and this will be a practice that you can keep going for life, and really making sure that in our life we protect our hips, our knees and our ankles, which are really, really important for any age, but particularly as we get older and our joints seem to lose a lot of their strength. So if you're interested in any of my videos or anything else that I'd like to say, I have a website, and you can also contact me on Facebook, I Love Balance, and you can also get onto my website, www.ilovebalanceforlife.wordpress.com. Thank you. Bye.